Hi, my name is Christina and I am your librarian here at Christina's Bookshelf. And today I am bringing you Skythane by J. Scott Coatsworth, published by Dreamspinner Press. This is a sci-fi fantasy story and I found it to be absolutely spectacular. I love the imagination, the creativity, the work that had to go in to create these worlds. There's kind of three main characters in this book, and we get multiple points of view throughout to understand really what's going on, the reasoning behind some motives, some moves, and I really enjoy that. I feel that I get more depth in the story, especially with the characters, when I have a multiple point of view. The two main characters are Jameson Haverkamp and Xander Jameson. Jameson grew up on a very conservative, religious planet. Therefore, his parents were conservative and religious. And there's no way that Jameson can be gay, and he's engaged to this wonderful woman. He is a psych. He goes out and he helps people, he helps corporations. Wherever he's needed, he goes. So he's been called to Oberon to help the corporation figure out what's going on with one of their supplies. He's greeted from the shuttle by Xander Jameson. Xander is a Skythane. He has wings, he can fly, and this is where the fantasy part of the science fiction comes in. And Jameson is in awe. He's never seen anything like this before. He thinks this man is absolutely gorgeous, but there's nothing that can be done about that. So he hops on the back of the bike, and he thinks he's taking him to a corporation, but they go somewhere else to get some stuff. And lo and behold, neither one knows the honest truth of what's happening. I mean, these two gentlemen come from precariously different backgrounds. They're thrown together under the guise of meeting for a business proposition. And then Quince, who is our third main character, she says, oh, by the way, you two have actually been brought together and you have to save two worlds. They are currently on Oberon, but they need to get over to Titania. Here's the science fiction. Both of these worlds, in the middle, there's what they call the splits. On the other side of the split, there's nothing. It's dead land, waste. The reasoning for this is because at one point in time, they were all one. Through an event years ago, the planet split and became two. Now both worlds are at a risk of destruction, and these two gentlemen are destined to put it back together. So you have Jameson here, who's very conservative, kind of prudish in a way, stoic, upright being in society, and now he's dragged through the forests and the dredges and riding on a bike for days and days and not listening to advice from Quince, finding himself in some serious harm, and he's supposed to save the world, and surprise, there's something else for you. I'm not going to tell you what. And then Xander comes off as this brutish kind of an asshole, very dark and snarky, but when you learn more about his past, you get why he is those things. And it took me a second to really kind of clue in and be like, okay, Xander. But eventually my heart really warmed up to him. So this whole story is their adventure from getting to Oberon to Titania and then accomplishing one mission. Along the way, like I said, there's dangers. We pick up a companion, things happen to Jameson, and things happen between Jameson and Xander. I probably should have said this at the beginning of the review. This is a cliffhanger of epic proportions. This is going to be a series. It ends okay, but then if you continue on with the epilogue, you're like, ooh, this just got good. I mean, it's good throughout the whole thing, but juicy tidbits come to our attention. I was really moved watching Jameson kind of go from a stick up the bum to relaxing and coming into who he was destined to be, accepting this destiny. And watching Xander kind of take that chip that's been off his shoulder and just kind of, cast it away and actually become this loving and wonderful, protective human being. I mean, he still has the brute and kind of the crudeness and very forward, but that's Xander. Now, I'm going to tell you my rating, and then I'm going to kind of, I don't want to say give you a piece of my mind, but throw in my 2 cents. I am giving Skythane 5 stars. I absolutely loved everything that went into making this story. If you read this and you say, Christina, the science, the physics, everything about this is just kind of, I don't know. I need you to look at me and understand. I am a book reviewer. I am not a physicist. I am not a theoretical physicist. I am not a scientist of any proportion. I read it. I found it to be plausible. It is science fiction and fantasy. So once you mix those two worlds together, we kind of need to take a step back and realize that is the world that we're in while we're reading. So what I am going to do for you is down below, I'm going to leave the Dream Spinner and Amazon link so you can click them and be on your way. If you've enjoyed my review, I'm going to ask that you give me a like. Leave me a comment. I love to interact with all of you guys, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I try to get stuff out every Monday through Thursday, but I honestly never know what time, and that's kind of the magic of the subscribe button, is that you will get a notification when I have something new for you. If you like me and think this chick's pretty awesome, down below I'm going to leave my Facebook page and my Twitter. If you have a book or an arc you'd like me to read, you can request via website. Skythane by J. Scott Coatsworth, published by Dream Spinner Press, 5 stars. Bye. Hi, my name is Christina and I am your librarian here at Christina's Bookshelf. Today I am bringing you an MM fantasy sci-fi story, An Island in the Stars by Susan Lane, published by Dream Spinner Press. I was in awe of Susan's capability to transform such a universe. The little creatures, the plants, the flora, the fauna, everything I thought was magnificent. We have Sam and Marcus. Marcus is Sam's older brother Simon,